Hi everyone, you're watching Main Character Energy with Kai and Anj, and today we're going to talk about the hustle culture,
Yeah.
which is
Hustle.
yeah,
Yeah, I think hi, I'm Anjali and this is Kainas. And yeah, so as you know, I think we grew up, millennials especially, grew up with this whole thing about hustle. You won't get anything if you don't work hard for your dreams, all of that. And work hard at the cost of pushing yourself, right? But recently, I don't know if you've noticed, right? There is this whole trend of slowing down where people are like, there's no point running if it's, I'm like, pushing yourself to the brink where you end up getting burnt out, or like where you're literally like you have mental exhaustion. So I think Gen Z's these days, especially Gen Z's and millennials also, are embracing this whole slow down, take a break, mini breaks. So I was reading this survey, in fact, and it said that some 48% of affluent Indians are very happy to keep taking mini breaks in their careers. So earlier there used to be a thing that you just move from one job to another, and it's all about how much time you spend on the job. Yeah, on the job. But now people are very happy to every few years kind of say, I'm taking a mini break. And of course, the important word though here is, so while I mean, we'll talk about what we personally feel about the mini breaks, but I think it's very important we said affluent Indians, right? I don't think everyone can even afford to take these breaks. You can do it only if you have some kind of backup, like you've got your parents and, who can sort of nest, or you have your own savings, or, that's the only time you can actually kind of take these mini breaks. But I mean, I do think there is some merit to the whole don't push yourself to the brink, because we've heard in recent times also, there's so many CEOs that have like, lost their lives. And when they look at what is the reason, it's because they were not sleeping much. It's literally like they're getting, surviving on 2 hours of sleep per night. And when that happens, then obviously, your body is just not getting that time to kind of rest.
yeah, eat well, sleep well, and things like that as well. And of course, a lot of stress also, right? Because the more you work, the more stress you take.
Exactly.
You're meeting that many people, you're going to board meetings, you have that much of, output that you need to give. Also, a lot of assessments that your company is doing all the time, not CEOs. Like, I know people who are, constantly assessed by the company. And they're like, you have to perform, you have these performance goals that you're putting, and then it just stresses you out completely. And if you leave, but again, if you leave your job, then somebody else is, shot up. And you're like, from you.
There. So initially there used to be that fear, right? That if I'm not like constantly at it, someone else will take my role, or, but I think more and more people are kind of prioritizing definitely mental health also, because, if you just continuously work, everyone needs a break. And I think India in general, I think it is one of the countries where we've always had this thing of working extra only, right? Like, I remember when I had moved from South Africa, we had very strict in our offices. You wrap up at 5, and you go home, and no one is expecting you to work further. Whereas here, I would be getting calls from managers and whatever at like 8 in the night, 9, 10, and expected to work on weekends. That was a very new thing also for me, because your passage is Monday to Friday off, and that's it. But so many offices are open on a Saturday. Now, if you think about that, when someone has a 6-hour work week, you're literally only getting that one Sunday. And that one Sunday, you have to spend time with your, with your friends, with your parents, with your family, with your kids. It's really tough, and do your errands and do. So I just think, and of course, we know European countries to have a very relaxed.
Yeah, 5 o'clock is shut means 5 o'clock is shut.
Yeah,
that's it.
So, and so many countries, I think Denmark, or, so many countries have adopted this 4-day work week now, where it's like, we're not even going to push you to that. You have 40, and you literally have your 3-day break to like, recharge, reset. And I think there is merit to it.
Definitely. Yeah, there is merit. Again, the European countries may not be that competitive. They're not expected maybe to perform to those levels.
Yeah.
But out here, we have a competition culture as well. Like you're always, it's a big population. You always have like, if for one person, if I don't have a job, 10 people will take it.
That's and of course, you remember Narayan Murthy made that controversial statement that, what do people need Sundays for to stay? What are you going to do? Stare at your eyes? And I think that a lot of the Gen Zs and whatever stood up against that, and millennials, and they were like, what are you saying?
Deepika recently said, right, that your actors should have a
she does this valid point. Yeah, she's walked out of her big project because she wanted, an 8-hour work day. And then many people have, said no. And people have said, like other actresses, Rashmika, etc., said, no, we to push ourselves.
Deepika is at a place where she may be able to call the shots.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else may not. Otherwise, they will. And no one may be able to replace a Deepika, but people who would replace her, Rashmika or whatever.
I understand where she's coming from again, because Deepika is a new mom. So she's talking about that work-life balance. I think starts mattering much more when you have a kid, right?
Yeah.
For people who maybe don't have kids, or you're single, not to say that your work becomes your life, but you don't have someone really counting on you where you feel like, oh my God, I'm spending so many hours at work and, I need to go back home to my kid.
Yeah.
So I think parents, people like that, you do feel that
Yeah.
you want that time.
Yeah.
So I think, more and more when
Because
companies...
you miss out on childhood, no?
Exactly.
Missing out was kid growing up.
There was this thing back in the day, especially, that's why, most kids, they remember their moms being the hands-on parent because the dad was working Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
You don't see,
Yeah.
dad is coming back home and late in the night, you're already in bed.
Yeah.
How much time are you actually spending with your dad, right? And now, thankfully, it's not just a man-woman thing. So many men are, also coming home earlier, spending time, trying to be more hands-on. Although, like, again, another survey said, again, in India, majority of the childcare is coming on the women only.
Yeah.
So I think there is this thing when
That is our Indian mentality.
I mean, that's again
different. But what we are trying to say is that it's okay to take a break.
Yeah.
It's okay to kind of take a few years off. Are you saying years off?
years off, no months. I mean, whatever suits you. I think with anything in life, there's no set way to do anything, of course. But we're literally just talking about this whole thing about where people used to talk about push yourself, I think it's important to listen to your body and your mind.
Yeah.
So if you are working hard and you're enjoying it and all of that, great. And you feel like you can keep going, great. But sometimes if you don't listen to your body or you keep pushing, your body itself, you'll end up falling sick, and that's your body sign of telling you that you need to slow down. So instead of waiting for that to happen, you might as well take those breaks yourself, right? Every now and then. And I remember reading this thing which also said, when you say a break, people think, oh, like a lovely holiday in Japan or something. It doesn't have to be. It can literally be like a one day where you're just doing something different. A break doesn't always
Or just sleep, like I think people just want to sleep when they are together.
Sleep is very
refreshing somewhere.
important. But even, this thing where you do something that you don't normally do, it like resets your brain. When you just go and do, so you go and you just go to a crochet class randomly, or you go and you just do like a random art class. All of these things can be so good for your mental health.
We meet different people as well, right? Because you constantly get away from that situation where, it's totally exactly toxic. And when, in office corporate, I've heard so much of toxicity that exists there. It's really toxic. And that kind of, I think more than physical, mentally, I think it just corrodes your brain. And, I was reading this I think I sent this to you, where Finland, they have board meetings in a sauna. Or something like that. I said, are they all sitting in their whole... No, I don't know swimsuits. I thought they were staff called.
Not naked, I think, but swimsuits. But yeah, it's all good. I don't think I would want to sit in a sauna with my manager. I don't know what other people.
And even the whole office sits in a sauna. And I was
Bonding to another level.
And I can still see Finland, and the work and the productivity is really immense there. Yeah. I think it's really good. I don't see it happening in India because I think, all awful.
Yeah, I don't think you have to sit let these... Like,
again, we have this
sexual harassment, suits will come up and sexual issues will happen. So probably not.
But
in general, what I think whenever I've worked at different workplaces, I've always admired those places where they kind of trust the employees. So they're like, this is your task. You need to finish this. I don't care what you're doing and how you're doing it. And, wherever you want to do it from home, do it from home. Flexibility. I think for me, flexibility has always mattered. I hate those places where they like clock in at 9 and then you have to clock out at this time. And if you have it, it varies from industry to industry. Obviously, now if you're a doctor or a nurse, you can't sit and work from home, right? But if the kind of work is such where a person can work from home or can take a break every now and then, sorry. Yeah, I know this. Sorry, my quote is not on science.
It's okay, what doesn't matter.
I'll start from if the kind of job.
Just keep going.
Yeah. But if the kind of job is such where you can actually work from home, a person can do this work on their own time. It doesn't need to be like from this time to this time. I hate that thing where you're in an office and people are like, oh, you're leaving very early today when someone walks out at 5 or at 6, right? And just sitting there till 10 doesn't mean you're being productive. So I think that understanding that just putting in the hours doesn't equal productivity. The most efficient people can actually get that job done in 3 hours. And if it's done, then that's all that should be.
Gen Z, you're talking about, I was reading that letter where he's applying for a break, he's at a breakup. So I'd like this day to day, this was a week off because I've had a breakup. This was a Gen Z letter given to his boss. Okay, I need a breakup leave. And I thought maybe he's meaning a day. So it was like some 8-10 days because he's broken off. And that's a Gen Z's written it to his boss that I need a leave because I'm mentally not okay or me. So that's a letter that's been going viral. All over Insta and things like that. So that also shows where Gen Z is, how Gen Z is thinking. I mean, this is the level that, what we are Like, have you ever heard in maternity leave in our times? Like, you don't need it. Like, however pregnant you were till the 9th month, women have worked. Women have worked till they are in labor.
Till they're about,
But today, like, I had to break up. I get 7, 8 days off.
So that's the other thing. There are a lot of people are like, oh, Gen Zs, they tend to misuse this kind
Yeah,
of especially.
yeah.
And you know, like someone I was having this conversation once with someone where they were like, you know, it's okay to take mental health days and all, but every now and then they'll be like, I need a mental health day.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, you have to be loyal.
They get tired very soon. They can't take too much too soon because they're not cut out for it. Maybe not tough inside. They look very tough outside by saying the words rad and little more that maybe like, you know, FOMO, whatever, momos, whatever they're doing. But the truth is that just on, you know, on the surface, it's not inside. They're probably really like, you know, because I won't say weak, but they don't know how to cope with things because the coping mechanisms that probably a millennial has learned or people before that or around that is totally different. We have, because of the hustle, because kept pushed through, there was no choice. Like when I was flying, you have no choice but to turn up on a flight. Of course. I can't say like, you know what,
Not feeling like
that today. I feel like I'm coming on a flight, I don't feel like serving you guys. I only want to serve. I can't do that, right?
it's really a job problem.
Yeah, so of course you do your job properly, but of course those breaks that you need, because I know that I used to get totally burnt out after you know, you just want to just relax your mind because you've seen so many people.
It's overstimulation, right? Everyone needs to sort of take that time off and get that break. And I think it is tough when, you know, if you don't have the kind of support, not only financially, but even for women who are working so hard during the week. And then on the weekends, you know, they're expected to cook and serve the whole family. And then they're not getting that break at all. Of course, it takes a toll on you. So I think it's everything in proper measure, if done properly, you know. So I think there is something to learn from the chilling out. And you know, there's that famous the interview where Ori said, I'm a diva, I live. There are a lot of people like exactly. You need to I mean, and again, he's just saying that, but of course he is working on his content creation and which is why he's reached this level. Right? So everyone works. It's not that people are not working. So I think sometimes people also see things on social media and think, oh yeah, you know, if he's saying this or people are chilling, I should also chill. But I think you have to kind of see your own like situation. Can you financially afford to do this? And also your goals, like what do you want to achieve? And like if you're going to constantly want to take it easy, then that's never happening, right? So I think there's a balance. And in general, also, I mean, if someone doesn't want to even have a great career or just want to be like a chiller in life, then again that's your own choice.
Maybe of leisure man of, but men can't do that. You know, we tell men like, I'm supposed to provide for the family. You women can do it, you know, because you have a man. So
but unless they come from a very well-off family where, you know, the dads have earned enough where the sons don't have to work, which also happens sometimes. So I think, you know, privilege and financial situation will play a big role here, obviously. But even if, say, someone doesn't have that, you know, don't burn yourself out at that level where you reach where you can't, you know, function. So take those mini breaks. If you can't go on like something, you can't go on a great vacay all the time. Then just go meet your friends, take that, have that chill or go out and eat, do something.
Station nearby.
Do something where you get that little break.
Meditate, all that.
For sure. Your favorite, you're saying it, and I'm like, have you done yoga and meditation?
See, I believe that ambition and goals are overrated. I do feel that. I feel that it's like we give too much importance to it. I think everybody's chasing something. Eventually, there's nothing. There's really nothing on the other side. You may be famous, but this comes at a cost. You may have money, but maybe by then you don't have health. So it's all like, it's a cash.
You got to,
So you got to just we just, as I said, you got to be something that, but of course, money is the most important thing, I think. And because of that, you have to earn, you have to, so getting in this hustle culture, don't hustle so much that you burn yourself out. That's what you're trying to say. At the same time, don't take it too easy, because obviously you need to earn and need to do that. So I think it's a different generation, and let's hope that this closes in and everybody gets to be healthy. That's most important.
So, and in the words of Ori, be a liver, legalize. Do what works best.
And a lover.
Lover.
No.
I'm a lover.
No, I could be a hater, but I'm a lover.
Like who's preaching? Who's preaching? Love
for the right things, of course,
and the right people.
and hate for whoever.
Cool. So thank you.
And
Bye.
subscribe, love,
Oh yeah,
watch.
spread the love, share your love to us also.
And we're going to announce a contest really soon for Christmas. So that's going to be really, really exciting for you. There's a lot of gifts to be given,
Yay.
especially some named Karasya.
Merch. Did anyone notice our merch? Yeah, a lot more where that came from.